Hello. Kindness. Practice it. An elderly man was hired to sweep the street in a small town many years ago. And once a week, he came by with his brush, sweeping all the dirt and trash that people had left behind. He was a very friendly man, and a lady who lived on one of the street got into a habit of taking him a glass of lemonade and a slice of cake during the summer. He always made a point to thank her, but said nothing more. But then, one evening, she heard a knock at her door. When she went to the door, he was standing there with a sack of peaches in one hand and several ears of corn in the other. He seemed embarrassed as he said, "I brought these to you, ma'am, because you have been so nice to me." The lady replied, "Oh, you shouldn't have bothered. It was nothing." Then the street sweeper replied, "Well, it's more than anyone else did for me." Most people wouldn't give a second thought about an elderly man out sweeping the street. In fact, a lot of people would look down their nose at him doing such a menial work. Just the act of this kind lady bringing him something to brighten his day made a huge impact on him. Jesus said, "Then the king will say to those on his right, 'Come, you who are blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. Naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me.' Then the righteous will answer him, 'Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? And when did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or naked and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and come to you?' The king will answer and say to them, 'Truly, I say to you, to the extent that you did it to one of these brothers of mine, even the least of them, you did it to me.'" Matthew chapter 25, verses 34 to 40. The Bible tells us to love even our enemies, and to do good even to those who do evil to us. Yet, in today's world, it's all about me, myself, and I. But wait a minute. We're not supposed to live like the world. We're supposed to be different than the world. What opportunities do we take on a daily basis to help others, to make a difference in people's lives, and to show the amazing love of God to others through our actions? kindness to a true Christian should be second nature. We should always be seeking opportunities to help others, to love others, especially fellow believers in Jesus Christ. But actually, we should be kind and loving to everyone that we come in contact with, because we can make a difference in this world when we seek to put others first. Also, like Jesus, others, and you is how you feel joy. I hope you take effort to put others first and be kind.